us back in California, those who prepared the tools, made a fortune versus who were digging for the gold. Okay, we're selling the tools with ONPASSIVE. So here are the four pillars of ONPASSIVE. You might have heard them before, but I want to tell you how I sincerely believe one of them could make us very successful. So we knew how there's a high demand, growing demand on technology, on tools, whether marketing is one thing, but communication, education, virtual work now, work from home. It's not like get a real job anymore. This is the real job. Have you heard it before? Somebody tell you like, oh, come on, what are you doing? Okay, get a real job. I have heard it from friends, from intelligent, educated people, sadly, but in different areas, not in this area. Get a real job. It hurts. Okay, this is real. You don't see it, or like. And we decided to have everything that we use in one place called ONPASSIVE.
Get away from me! Well, we're fucked.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all doing very, very, very well, and that you're all having a lovely Monday. Sorry, Joe, just a little reminder to everyone, the YouTube auto mods are in effect, so please do watch your swearing and watch what you say. I have people that are reporting my channel 24/7 and adding Team YouTube 24/7 on X, telling them that I am very, very cruel. I grift. I twerk. Oh, how dare you twerk on YouTube, queen? And so because of that, we do have the YouTube auto mods, the Google mods, really, really like to help me mod my chat. I don't know. Maybe I should be appreciative. So I'm glad that you're here, Joe. Hello, Devil's Advocate. Good to see you. Hello, Insolent Violet. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Swearing is therapeutic, and I wish you could do it. Just keep it to a minimum. You don't have to, not do it at all. But I think Joe has to approve all of the comments that come in like that. And then Joe goes a little insane. And we like Joe, and we don't want him to go insane. So let's just be cool today, I guess. Critical Thinker, it's really good to see you. You said something really funny while the AI was playing. You said that the Recovering Hunbots AI Ash was better than ONPASSIVE's. And the funny thing is, I went and checked out the ONPASSIVE stuff to see, did they even make the AI with ONPASSIVE things? No. ONPASSIVE right now has no way to do that technology, and therefore they had to have used another AI technology in order to even make that, which I found pretty funny. And I also agree. Anyone can do it better than ONPASSIVE. Let's be real, right? Oh, look, Ash is being used as a tool, which he actually is. I know, he should like it. I think he did like it. I believe he did come on and say that he enjoyed the AI. I think he's the only one that enjoys it. The rest of us would be like, please do not make me say things that I have, with AI, just don't do it. Just don't do it. I have enough people editing me out of context, okay? Hello, Mark. Good to see you. You saw a great comment on Marty's channel when he said, why not join ONPASSIVE? It's free because it's shit like falling face first into a cow patch. Yes, it is. It is. And is it free? Not really now, is it? I mean, it's free to get back into the OES. It's free to use the O-Mail. It's free to use the O-Tracker, I believe, and the O-Connect are the ones that you can get like a 14-day free trial with. And so therefore you can use like the O-Net. Yay! How exciting, right? But then technically, like, eventually you have to pay for the O-Connect. And I believe you have to pay for your buy-in still into ONPASSIVE to become an actual distributor. So it's not free, right? It's just masked that way. Hello, Alps. Good to see you. All the usual suspects here today. Yes, hello, Robert. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Well, he was smiling in that clip, unlike his 360 appearance. Perfect that you brought that up, because that is exactly what we are going to be talking about today. We're going to be going through Ash's 360 appearance. Luckily, the good news is, like 500 people posted up just Ash talking. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to like edit all of my video grabbing this shit, and then it's gonna take me a while. And then I went on YouTube and I was like, no, I don't. Look at 500 people posted it. So we have it today and we're going to be reacting to it. I think it's an interesting one. But one of the things that I do want to bring up, because this is also driving me loony. It's been driving me loony forever. But right now, and I just watched Chris and Marty today, of course. They were live right before I came live here. Red was supposed to go live at 11, but then he decided to wait until I went live at 11:30, so he's probably live right now. But Chris was making these comments about how he had been making commissions and how everyone else in ONPASSIVE is making commission. And as you know, I've been sitting here for the last, for the last 3 years almost, I've been sitting here. But basically, it's like the last week especially, I've been really checking to see, are they writing up their compensation plan? Are they making it into some form of contract for the O founders to sign? Because as you know, usually when you sign up as a distributor in an MLM company, you have to basically sign an agreement, like a contract with them, that you're going to be a distributor and that you agree to the compensation plan and the way of payment and to like all of the laws that they have to follow and blah, 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 blah. ONPASSIVE has failed to have any such thing. I'm going to show you every single thing that I found because it's driven me crazy. So this here, let me know if you can hear me. You should still be able to hear me. I hope you can. Tell me if I'm muted though. This here is the leaders area of the ONPASSIVE website. The leaders area of the ONPASSIVE website, I expect, is where you would kind of go to find out this information. Because I guess technically if you're joining ONPASSIVE as a distributor, you should be seen as a quote-unquote leaders. However, all it does is it talks about how they're the leaders of advanced AI technology, which they're not, and then this here, which is knowing Mr. Ash Mufareh. And I'm like, okay, but where is the information about how to be a distributor? So you check it out, and I went into the entire thing. The entire thing. I was like, listen, I'm searching through this whole fucking page. We're going to find it. It has to be somewhere. So I was like, maybe it's after all this lovely information about Ash down here in the updates, maybe. So I checked the whole thing, but this shit's hilarious. We just got to take a minute to laugh at Ash, which is basically all we do every Monday on my channel. Anyway, this is what he has down as his resume, if you will. His resume posted on the site. It says CEO and founder for 5 years and 10 months of GDI Fusion from 2014 until present. So he is still in GDI Fusion, as I said, but it's now like, it's been up on the website for several months now. I just think it's hilarious. Then he also has that he is the master affiliate and top producer for 15 years and 1 month, okay, at Global Domains International Inc. That's GDI. That's what GDI stands for, Global Domains International. So he is in GDI Fusion is basically like their off company, right? Like it's kind of like how you would say I'm in ONPASSIVE, and then you would also say, and I've been an O founder for that. That's basically what this is here. GDI Fusion is like their new special team thing to sell shit. It's the exact same. They sell all the same shit as GDI. There's like not really a difference, but it's like the newer one. So he's been with GDI for 15 years and is still with them. And that's how he became the top producer. If you guys remember in my video, like way back when I first started covering this, we talked about how he had gotten an award for signing up the most people to GDI ever within a short period of time. Like as soon as he became a part of the company, he had signed up like 100 people underneath him in like a week or something ridiculous. I don't remember the exact numbers off the top of my head. This was like 2 years ago we went into detail about this. Forgive me. But he did end up signing the most amount of people in the shortest time, got his bonus, his good old sign-up bonus that all the MLMs have. And then like that's him bragging about it right there, which I just found fucking hilarious. I think all of this is funny. 306 enrollments in 7 days, but he got an extra bonus because like the first 2 days or something, he had signed up like 100 people. It's so funny to me. I'm like, okay, these are the things we're proud of in our lives, Ash Mufareh. Very good. Very good. I thought that this would be fun to go through too after we just heard him say, oh, people have told me I'm crazy for being in MLMs. You know, I thought it would be kind of fun. What? No Ash Max, right? Like, you thought that that would be on there. I did too. I figured that that's the one he would have bragged on as well, being his. I agree. I'm sure that's exactly what you were thinking. You were like, but that's the one he created. Why wouldn't you put that up there? Well, no, Violet, we can't put that one up there. It got closed down for being a pyramid scheme. And then we have to literally explain that. He's erased Ash Max from his like history. You practically can't find it, right? You have to search yourself to find it. He doesn't bring it up really at all. Hello, Louisiana. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hello, Allie. Hello. Naysayers is one thing. I'm actually somebody that speaks out against unethical business practices and cults, and I believe ONPASSIVE to be a cult of personality surrounding Ash Mufareh, as well as a commercial cult. And very, very, very unethical business. And that's why I talk about it. I guess you could call me a naysayer. Marty calls me a bimbo hater. I like that one better. You can use that too. Mark says the senior sheep are putting out lots of videos focusing on not being an MLM, right? Saying old compensation plan is no longer relevant and urging people to subscribe before Christmas. Yes. And the newest thing that they're doing is telling you all that if you subscribe before Christmas, then you'll get paid before Christmas and have money for Christmas, which I fucking hate. I really wish that they wouldn't do that because I don't believe them. And I think it's extra shitty to promise people that they know are not financially well off, that they will be by a holiday in which gift giving is a thing. You know, it's just all of it's shitty, but I hate around Christmas time whenever they do this. They tend to do this at Christmas a lot, where that's when all of their broken promises are made. It's constant. Every year that we've covered this thing, because this is technically our third Christmas, because when we found it, it was a couple years ago. I believe the Recovering Hanbot found it in October, brought me in November. And so they were promising stuff by Christmas that year as well. It was supposed to launch by Christmas. And it was very much the same. where they were like, oh yeah, you'll all have money for Christmas. And then, as always, something comes up, just like now, December 1st. What happened December 1st? Well, nothing. But they promised a bunch. And now they're saying, oh, well, don't hold us to our dates and blah, 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 blah. It's the same thing. They did it the year after too, right? And this last year here, 2022, O Connect was supposed to be out December 5th. That's when it was supposed to launch. And now we were waiting for it to launch on December 1st again. So basically nothing changed in a year. We were like waiting for the exact same thing. It's a little ridiculous. And they do this every single year. Yes, 2020 was really bad. And we've gone back, the Recovering Hunbot and myself, and reacted to as many of those streams as possible. Even some from 2018 when it first started. We've tried our best to get like as much of this scam as we can. And again, I just want to point out that Ash's education is very not, it's not transparent. It's put like this on purpose, and I have to make it a point because here he has his education at American Intercontinental University from 2000 to 2002. Now, I've done a video on this. We went all the way back, like I said, a couple years ago. I did his whole history. We looked into his education. We found out that this is basically one of those computer university mills where you can just like do a few little online courses and then they send you a master's degree in the mail, you know? So how legit that is up in the air already. But then what he does, and he does this a lot, is he puts Masters of Information Technology and E-commerce, and then in brackets here he has MIT. It says licenses and certifications, Masters of Information Technology and E-commerce, and then in the little letters, MIT. No, he did not go to the MIT University. No. Yes, you're supposed to see that, and your brain, because usually people put their school here, not the acronym, okay? Because a Master's of Information Technology is called an MIT, right? So he does it correctly here, where he puts it in the parentheses, you know? But down here, he does it like this on purpose. And a lot of people, when they see this, they automatically say, oh, Ash Mufareh graduated from MIT. He has also in the past stated that he has gone to Harvard. You won't find that on here. I don't know what happened to his alleged Harvard education. There was even streams where he had a little Harvard mug and a little Harvard sweater going, and he was really trying to, like, you know, hound it in. He went to Harvard. But, you know, that's not on here anywhere. I guess he just decided not to put that on here. And then we have this. This is the funniest read ever. So I have to read it to you because it's beautiful. Ash went to scam school, pretty much. I mean, the school's scammy, and he allegedly only learned how to scam there. So what more can you say? He has a BSc degree, not Bachelor of Science, but bullshit certificate, pretty much. You can look up the school yourself, guys. Like, feel free, go and Google it. It's literally called American Intercontinental University, which just sounds scammy. As a name, I'm just saying intercontinental is not usually used in the name of universities. So that was the red flag for me. I was like, that doesn't sound that legit. But my Canadian ass, I had to go and make sure it wasn't like one of the universities that you guys hold so true and dear to your heart, like Harvard or MIT. But no, it's not. It's over the computer. They do have like a campus, but it's basically like a community college that claims that they can hand out master's degrees, which, as you know, no, usually they cannot. So like I said, that's all a little bit iffy as it is, you know? Yeah, as soon as he opens his mouth, you would realize this dude was never at MIT. Most people do. But see, a lot of people don't, and our brains like to make sense out of things. So when you see the licenses and certifications put like that, your brain automatically tricks you into thinking that Ash went to MIT because of how it's like formatted there. And he's done this a lot. He does it everywhere. This isn't the first time. He's done it like on all of his past websites. It's the way that he puts it. It's supposed to trick you. Most people that looked at that would think, oh, they got their Masters of Information Technology and E-commerce at MIT. That's how you would usually put it. If I was listing mine, it would say social service worker, and then underneath I would put St. Lawrence College. So like, that's why I'm like, yeah, you did that on purpose, Ash. You should know better. Susie encourages him to buy the Harvard stuff because she loves him so much. Didn't they do a stream together, Violet? Where she like had something from Harvard and he had something from Harvard, right? And they were like talking about how he had gone to Harvard, and we were like, this dude never, maybe for a fucking conference or something. One class. Because that's the thing, you can take one class at Harvard in a lot of these universities. You can just go there and take one class. Does it mean that you graduated from there? No. But you can say you took a class from there. But that's not what he says. But this made me laugh. Knowing Mr. Ash Mufareh, which I apologize to anyone out there who does. Mr. Ash Mufareh is a man with a vision for the future. A selfless person. Remember, he had to write this himself, by the way. Like, this is his website of his business. So, like, he told them what to put on it. So he's just sitting there writing about himself in the third person. Like, nothing narky about that at all. A selfless person who thinks less about himself and more about people struggling to make a stand on their own to lead a prosperous life. The result is ONPASSIVE, an AI-driven automated platform providing the much-needed business solution. And I'm like, what much-needed business solution? We never said we had a problem. Like, people were doing things. And the best part is that it is hands-free. Yeah, he says that a lot. Mr. Ash Mufareh attended the American Intercontinental University for a master's degree in information technology and e-commerce. It is at this time he understood how the internet has the potential to change the world. Like, it took him until 2000. He did that in the year 2000. I could have told him in like 1995 that the internet had the potential to change the world. I'm very glad that he, caught up to the rest of us. In 2005, Ash Mufareh achieved the master affiliate position as the top producer in the company Global Domains International GDI, which offered options to its members to to start their own online home business and earn commissions to secure future financial needs. And he still proudly holds the position today. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Jesus Christ, does that ever sound like ONPASSIVE? I know, right? I know. Success followed him. And I'm like, did it? I think we're missing a few steps. Like the Pay Diamond that got shut down, the Telex Free that got shut down, the Ash Max that he created that got shut down. But sure, we'll just jump. We'll just jump ahead a bunch of years. Success allegedly followed him, and he is the founder and CEO of GDI Fusion since 2014. And then you're like, wait a second. Founder and CEO of the GDI Fusion, which is what he created as his special team, yet it never took off. Even though he says 5 years of persistent hard work has made him all that he is now today. He has seen, realized, and understood what the world truly needs. Today, he has the key to success, and he is ready to give that to you. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I wonder, could ONPASSIVE just be a front to have all of these people sign on to GDI Fusion, which is then just GDI? It's his team, like I said, that he created. Just GDI, and then he can make a commission off of all of them? I know, we've been wondering that too. The next vision, which we're on the website for ONPASSIVE. This is on the ONPASSIVE website. Soon, Ash Mufareh realized that the online business is becoming a tech-driven industry, and very few companies offer overall business automation solutions for businesses to succeed online. And I'm like, yeah, wait, after 2014? It took him a while to realize that. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of companies that were doing this by then, but okay. He also realized that why only big companies should be able to lead the market. Yep, no, we'll read that one again. He also realized that why only big companies should be able to lead the market. Yep, makes no sense. We were going to ask the question, then we decided to make it a statement, but we forgot to edit the question part out. So now it just makes no sense. Whereas small businesses suffer defeat from such companies. Many small companies are investing all their efforts to fight back with all the resources they have. And I'm kind of like, I don't know if that's a problem in this area of the internet, but sure. Instead, business owners should leverage their companies with tools that would provide free time to think about their strategies to build better tools and services for their customers. And I'm like, oh my God, do you know what? You should have invented MLMs. Network marketing. Never heard of it. He believed that every big and small company should get equal opportunities, tools, strategies, and a budget for fair competition. And I'm like, was that not a thing? They were charging small companies more than the big companies? Hence, he conceptualized. For 5 years, he conceptualized, okay? He conceptualized it for 5 fucking years before he launched it. And then he launched ONPASSIVE in July 2018 that provides free business tools to its registered members. The fuck? Listen, you gotta pay to register. Then after you do that, it's free, okay? Then the tools are free, so we can still say it's free, and it doesn't cost anything. These members get access to advanced automation tools that are driven by artificial intelligence AI and equipped with modern analytical technology. Wow. These automation tools take out most of, I thought it was hands-free. Now it just takes out most of the manual processes from the business activities and now it completely takes over the control to provide personal time for the business owners. Just the owners, though. The other people, they don't need their personal time. Fuck them. He also launched O-Founders, erstwhile Go Founders, because it was originally Go Founders. He should have just called it Go Passive. I like that better. As back office of ONPASSIVE, which could allow smooth registration of founders. After it took them 5 years to get the login to work, I guess. At the same time, it should enable its founders to build teams of self-motivated members who remain active on the platform. Active? I thought we didn't have to do anything. With the help of multiple tools shared with them on the platform. Ash is undoubtedly creating a chain of unsettling waves in the world of the internet by providing unlimited online business solutions and empowering others by offering financial freedom and personal time. Nobody else has done this. Isn't it amazing what he's doing? Isn't it amazing? You mean it took 10 years to get O-mail without a send button? Yes. Listen, he worked really hard. Really hard. He's all about equality. Yep. Hello, Mordecai. Good to see you. Why the owl tool can't process withdrawal requests? Shh, don't tell him. He'll tell us in another 10 years. You know? No need to. Ocoin is going to push the USD from its throne. You'll see. Just be patient. Just wait. So then I realized what I was doing again. I was like, oh yeah, fuck, sorry guys. I got laughing at the Ash Mufareh page. How could you not take a moment to laugh at that? And then I was like, wait, I'm trying to find some kind of like compensation plan or business plan or something. Okay? So I searched in the back office, and then that's when I came across this, which this is the only thing I can find on any of their pages. As you see, it is really just, thanks for fucking up on me, back office. That was so helpful of you to do while I was in the middle of talking about this. What a great back office this is. Don't you love it? As you can see, it's the write-up that Chris did on November 24th. Okay, and this was at 2:20 a.m. So I was like, why is Chris not sleeping? That's a bit weird. But anyway. Attention to our paid OConnect customers. Bonus, bonus, bonus. Here's a whopping $125 value bonus if you are a paid customer of OConnect. All OConnect customers who purchase the subscription prior to November 24th of this year will have one whole month extension. An extension is in quotation, so I don't know what that means or why it's an extension instead of just an extension added to their package's term. One more time. One more month. 10,000 attendees package for 1 month at no cost to you. Wow! 30 days are being added to your account. No action required. You just keep winning. And I'm like, what am I winning again? Number 2, card payments. After working so hard on payment solutions, because we're being sued by the SEC, so everywhere knows that we're a scam and is warning all of the patrons not to buy from us, we were able to line up a few solutions to resume our card payments. Our founding members and customers should be able to purchase OConnect and or other products when they are released in the marketplace, because we really only have like those ones. We only have O-Mail, O-Net, O-Trim, O-Tracker, and the OConnect, okay? Along with the OES. Everything else you gotta wait for. It will be about 17 years, and then we should release another 5 or 6 products. This process will be ramped up gradually. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Usually when you're going to ramp up something, it's not gradual, but okay, whatever. To accommodate all the potential sales. More options are being integrated with our ecosystem. Bear in mind, the daily capacity will start with less volume and increase as we go. Crypto payments remain unaffected, so make sure you pay with crypto. Number 3, bonus, 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 stacking the cool. Special gift for holiday season. All new OConnect customers will receive an additional value of 50 Ocoin. It says 50 US, but you cannot withdraw it just yet. So, you know, it's really just 50 Ocoin. It's a one-time executive's discount. So don't ask for it again. And then they say, example, which I don't know why we need an example of this if they're just giving everybody 50 Ocoin, but okay. Founding members will pay $93 instead of the $143 previously. And I'm like, oh, okay. Still gotta pay for it though. Only $93 for 3 months of O-Connect with the capacity of 10,000 attendees, which it doesn't have. They have yet to prove that. They have never had 10,000 attendees to test that out. So I don't know why they keep saying it. Then they say it's $375 before discounts and bonuses. For a limited time, you only pay $93. Non-founding members will only $190. It doesn't say pay there. I'm assuming, though, that that's what you're paying. Instead of $240 previously, only $190 for 3 months of O-Connect with the capacity of 10,000 attendees that we've never had, never been able to try, but we promise we can do it. This one-time offer ends on December 31st, 2023. Keep smiling. If you frown, we'll kick you out. Ask too many questions or speak negatively, and you also gotta go. Just ask Alex Napier. Chris Johnson. Let's celebrate. Well, why are you only celebrating with Chris Johnson? Huh? Oh, you're citing it. No, it says number 4. Chris Johnson, let's celebrate. So I guess it's only whoever wrote this and Chris Johnson celebrating. Jeez. Today is a big day in our ONPASSIVE global family. If you say so. Our beloved brother Chris Johnson celebrates his 58th birthday. It's a special day for a special human being who is so dear to all of us. On behalf of the entire ONPASSIVE family, happy birthday, Chris. Oh, okay. Well, since it's his birthday, happy belated birthday, Chris. Cheers. Don't tell Marty. Heart eyes. Plus, plus, plus. Happy holidays. And I'm like, that's no information. And then we have this OES. We already went through the trading stack DMCC thing. So the newest thing we have is from December 2nd that says, warning, do not use the same card more than 2 times within 24 hours, as it may be flagged as fraud, and your card will be blocked by your bank. That's weird. Have you guys ever been told that you can't make the same purchase somewhere 2 times within 24 hours, or else your card would be blocked and it would be marked as a fraud? I've definitely gone and bought like $100 of groceries, forgotten stuff, gone back in a couple hours later, spent $50 at the same store. Never been flagged as fraud. Is the problem with the customer and their bank? Or is the problem with ONPASSIVE? I sat here for quite a while going through every single thing I could in this back thing. I even became a damn affiliate and got an affiliate link, thinking that maybe I had to become an affiliate to get this business or compensation plan. Okay? No. There isn't one that pops up and tells you what you make. So I was a little bit upset. Then I start going through disclaimers. So this is like the main disclaimer that pops up that everyone has to agree to. All right. It is obviously where the money is going. That is the problem. Right? Right? So this is what everyone gets. You have to like read through it and check a little box if you're using ONPASSIVE, okay? It says, ONPASSIVE believes ONPASSIVE believes in real business with real products involving real employees. They're real, they promise. We are an AI technology company that builds fully autonomous SaaS products using the latest AI software technologies for our global customer base. The customers who aim to accelerate innovation and transform their businesses from strategy to designing, implementing, and managing get their subscription to our software products through the SaaS business model. OnPassive does not believe in, encourage, or endorse a so-called get-rich-quick model. We are not an MLM, multi-level marketing company. We are not into chain marketing. In other words, if you sign up for OnPassive, allegedly you will not be placed under another O-founder. In order for that to happen, you would have to either be in network marketing, MLM, chain marketing, whatever you want to call it. They keep saying that when someone signs up, they get placed under you. So then what is it then? OnPassive is not an investment platform. Neither we are into stocks, investment instruments, nor do we guarantee or promise any secured income or returns at any level. Which is really funny because, like I said, right now they seem to really be promising that if people sign up for this thing and sell some O-Connect, they're going to have a secured income by Christmas time. They'll be making money by Christmas time. Be able to buy their family gifts at Christmas time. That's a guarantee or a promise. I am pretty sure that you've put guarantees on that before, but anyway, any sort of derogatory statements against our company is strictly forbidden. Publishing videos or content in online social mediums without substantial proof will be considered as an attempt of criminal defamation. Well, in that case, Ash, you better strike down Marty, DeGarmo, and Chris Johnson's channel after the live stream I watched them do earlier today. The company reserves the absolute right to take legal actions against the perpetrators and the miscreants. Still waiting. Are you going to send me another Dear There letter? Founders are the early adopters of this company that has software that's hella old. Okay, it's been innovated already. They've upgraded it 300 times at this point, and OnPassive just comes along and finds it for the first time and goes, "We're the early adopters and future of the internet." Customers and buyers are potential resellers of OnPassive software products. However, the model is yet to be defined, as it depends upon the scale and reach of our envisioned products. I'm sorry, that's not legally binding. You cannot say disclaimer. You need to agree to all of this stuff, but we can change it as we go and we are not going to define it. If you are misled by any individual to join the O-Founder community, or if someone has ever promised or is promising you some sort of guarantee returns, including income, please do report at support@onpassive.com. To them? No, please do report to the FTC.gov. We would be happy to refund your money through our O-Founder support system after appropriate validation and verification. Which is why Ash says he doesn't have to refund you if you have fake accounts after he told you all to open up fake accounts. So I'm like, okay, well that doesn't have any. So then I get into the terms of use. And I literally sat here and I went through every single thing, okay? Every single thing. Everything. And there is nothing. Founder customer shall eligible for our various service facilities after making valid authorized payment through the modes as explained or mentioned in our website. Payment policies and structure are defined by OnPassive at its sole discretion, and it will change periodically as per business strategies and plans as required. Except there is nothing that even outlines anything. You could go through the whole thing, the entire thing. And it doesn't tell you what you will be making, the percentage of commission you should be getting, or anything. The only thing they have is that little payment policy thing, which is basically just like, you're going to make money how we say you're going to make money, and we're going to change it at any time, and it's not written in stone. So I'm like, that's not right. So then I come into the refund policy, because at this point, I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to find this information. Right? I don't know. Where? So I'm like just guessing now. I'm like, is it somewhere in the refund policy? No, it's not. No, it's not in here. And this isn't even a great refund policy. We've gone over it in the past. It's like a piece of shit. It says everyone shall be entitled to request and eligible to receive a full refund within the 30 days from the date of the registration of the account for which a refund is being requested. Right? And then it goes on to say that once you ask for a refund, they're going to give it to you. You have to be active and on passive when you ask for one, and then they're going to kick you out. Basically. They're like, listen, you have to be active when you get, ask for the refund, and then we'll give you your refund, and then we'll kick you out. This is all it is, just this little blurb here, right? And it's bullshit. It doesn't say anything. So then I'm like, holy shit, where is it? So then I even went into the careers area, okay? The careers area, because I was like, is it in here anywhere? And all I could find is this new little blurb that isn't that. Do you see what this says? It says, recruitment disclaimer. When I first read that, I was like, okay, good. Maybe they're putting something in writing. No, it says, it has come to our knowledge and attention that certain deceitful persons are sending out fake emails posing as ONPASSIVE and limited ONPASSIVE with a sole intention to lure the job aspirants. The emails request that the receiver attend a face-to-face interview with ONPASSIVE and pay a specified amount as refundable interview security to a selected bank account. The emails are erroneously identified as coming from ONPASSIVE's HR department, which is their human resource department, which again, I think is just Julie. As a vigilant job seeker, we expect you not to fall prey of such deceiving emails. And I'm like, way to fucking victim shame, dude. We just victim blame and shame everyone in this thing, don't we, Ash? It's your fault. You're supposed to be a vigilant job seeker. So we expect you not to fall prey to people that are preying on you. And be aware that ONPASSIVE does not collect any money as a condition of employment. ONPASSIVE and its affiliate firms are not responsible for any funds that are placed or withdrawn as a result of such phishing emails. We urge you to keep an eye out for the following telltale signs of a phishing email by using a deceptively similar name, that of ONPASSIVE's ID or domain name in these communications, or give it a genuine appearance. All right, so what are the following telltale signs? ONPASSIVE has been taking necessary steps to address this. That's not a sign. What are the signs? Where are the signs? What are the telltale signs? Do I have to go ask Telltale? I don't even know if he knows the signs. What is happening? In case you have any further queries on this, please reach out to us at recruitment@onpassive.com. And I'm like, thanks for letting us know the telltale signs, But no, that doesn't really have anything to do with the recruitment into the company. It's more of a warning. I searched high and low. This is all I could find. And this is from onpassivebusiness.com/compensation plan, which isn't even run by OnPassive. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I spent hours upon hours looking for something like this. And it's not even on their website anywhere. It's nowhere. It doesn't exist to them. This is what somebody else did. And it's wrong. Just before we look into it, just know it's wrong. Compensation pay plan. What if money is not an issue anymore in your life? Do not think about the recipe. Be sure it will be delicious. I don't like that idea. Just say. Since you ask, here are the main ingredients while we are starting the journey. Connect as a video conferencing tool. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? We're baking a cake now? What just happened? Connect as a video conferencing tool is the first paid product of OnPassive. This is a disruptive technology, is it ever? Everybody will know about it and start to use it very soon. It will go viral. Listen, it will fucking go viral. I don't give a shit what you say. Mufareh said he was sent from heaven above to come down here and make this shit go viral. Therefore, Ash and Jesus are going to make it go viral. You won't have to tell much about it to sell. Hopefully they don't ask too many questions. If they do, just block them from the chat. You may try it for free to see the features of Connect. Subscription fee is $125 US for a month. I'm like, that's not correct. That's not correct. You might want to let this guy know it's not correct. You will have to buy a quarterly 3-month period. 1 month is free. You will pay for 2 months. You already get 10 O-coin when you register for free. Yeah. 1 O-coin is $1 US. So you will pay $240 US and use it for 3 months. Up to 10,000, up to 10.000, up to 10 seat capacity for unlimited time. How much will you earn if you sell it? 100% of first sale. You will break even when you make only 1 sale. Thanks for the math on that. That was helpful. After that, you will get %25 of every single sale and more bonuses in the future, but no exact details known at the moment. That's part of the delicious secret SOS. I love having secrets. I love it. And whenever I have secrets, I just like to keep them all to myself in the back office. We're not going to tell you what you're supposed to make. It's a secret. There will be different packages in December, 90 days later. Today. More expensive or less expensive. Maybe you do not need a video conferencing tool. Or you do not need a 10-seat capacity. You do not have to be a woman to sell high heel shoes. And me and the devil's advocate were having some fun with that because I was like, I don't know what high heel shoes are. Are those like the ones with the big platforms like the Spice Girls wore back in the year 2000? What is high heel? Are they climbing shoes? Are they like cleats? How do I even sell those? I don't go mountain climbing. I'm just saying. I need more information on the high heel shoes. I'm already asking too many questions for OnPassive. You see why they don't like me? There will be more disruptive tools launching one after another one. Tracker, Desk, Domain, Create, Booking, etc. Earnings will be limitless with this company. You'll make all the money in the world. Don't tell people that they're going to be guaranteed to make money. Earnings will be business with this company, this is not an ordinary company. No, it's a commercial cult. They will do the branding and all the advertisement. Whole world will know about ONPASSIVE very soon. Only thing you will do, get the registrations and make the money. Join the ecosystem OES today. And I'm like, okay, first of all, wrong. Like I said, that information is wrong. This is not what it ever was. But this is literally all that anyone can find in writing. And since this website is actually on passivebusiness.com, I am worried that a lot of people are going to think that this is the real information. So Ash might want to do something about that. That's not good. And after all that, by the way, I still didn't find anything. That's all of the information that they have right there. That's it. You can't find anything else. You cannot find it in writing. So I want to know how Chris has been claiming to make commissions, or how anyone else has been claiming to make commissions. Because technically by law, you have to make some kind of compensation plan, some kind of business plan, contractual agreement with the people that are selling the products before they can make any commission. Since this agreement is not even in existence, I want to know how people have been getting money. It really doesn't make any sense to me. You know, it's all very iffy. Critical Thinker says, ONPASSIVE talks about being the answer for business, yet their own website has the following: prohibition of postings about other companies or other business opportunities or programs, including their links. Yes, one of my little bits, which I tried to make really funny when I first came here to cover this, was that I never knew if it was for a business or an individual. And it started off as kind of a joke because they just weren't being like forthcoming with that information, right? But then it actually turned into a problem. Whereas I continued on covering this, I was like, no, I really do not know. Is this for businesses, or is he selling it to individuals and then this will be their business? We still don't know. Because, as you say here, they will say it's for businesses to run their businesses, but they won't let you post about other businesses. And like, are all of these people in a business just hanging out in the back in the OES, just all talking about ONPASSIVE to each other instead of selling their businesses? How is that going to help them? If all ONET is going to be is just ONPASSIVE, 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 I mean, is that even worth having it as a social media app? How is it helping grow people's businesses then, if they can't even talk about it? And it's constantly mixed messages with that. So we never know. They go back and forth on it so much. Everything is promoted like this is the business that will help you run your business. But then once you get in there, if you even bring up the fact that you have another business, they bite your head off like you're Alex. They Alex you. Just beat you right out of there, you know? Longer than the 2 or 3 years it already takes, government efficiency at its finest. There are changes to the SEC. It will mean that it will take much longer to bring cases to court. This is set to go to court, and it is going to take a couple years. Up to 2 years, there are no real provisions in the law to keep scammers from just keeping the scam running until after the court's judgment. And the SEC is doing everything that they can right now. This is why they're having issues with their payment processor. This is why the SEC can really only put out warnings to banks and other institutions that this is probably not a good purchase, especially at the moment. And that's the best that they can do right now. They can't really shut it down. The feds can't really shut it down because... And honestly, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like the bigger they dig the hole, the better it might be for this lawsuit. So sometimes I'm like, maybe we should just let them keep running this scam and just see what happens to it. You know? because everything that they do will eventually be included in this lawsuit. If they keep doing all this stuff, then the lawsuit's going to have to be amended again to include all the new information. But the court date's been set, and I don't think it's going to move from that day. So, I thought that after I showed you all that no matter where you search all over the website, you will not find any kind of compensation plan anywhere, any kind of business contract, anything of the sort. I'm showing you that there's another website that looks like it's attached to ONPASSIVE, but it's not. It's run by just a regular founder that created a website, because allegedly some of them figured out how to create websites without ONPASSIVE's hosting thing. Hosting? I don't know what they're going to call it. So now I think we should check out what Ash said on his update, which was at the end of November, in which he was coming on to tell us all of the stuff that we needed to know.
So he put me an attendee, and he put the guy speaker. You don't even know who's he. Okay. But anyway, let's get back on track. I don't have much time here. I saw the link there, and I'm sure you did a great job covering the previous week. When I come here, I try to probably give you heads up.
Is it just me, or did he get some hair plugs or something? What's up with his hair? It bothers me in this entire thing. I know that might be petty, but is it the angle? What is going on? But are they just paying them an O-coin and then they let it sit in the wallet without the ability to withdraw the money? I believe that's what's going on right now. Everyone's getting paid in O-coin, and then you're supposed to be able to turn the O-coin into US dollars. The problem is that they're being sued by the SEC, and I believe that you have to register all of your monies in tender via somewhere. I know here in Canada, we have the Canada Mint that kind of runs with our version of the SEC and all that, and they run all the money. And you can't just like make up a money that's going to then have an exchange rate with the US dollar or with the Canadian dollar if you're here. You get what I'm saying? Otherwise, people would just make their own fake money all the time. Take it to the store, go in with Monopoly money and pay for your groceries. So there's certain things that are set into place that you would have to do. And my understanding is that they've been having issues trying to figure out how to get the O-coin into the US dollars. Like, there's no way to transfer that, like, exchange rate or anything right now. And, then there's no way to figure out the exchange rate, because if it's $1 US, does it also have the exchange rate of the US dollar when it comes to other countries? Because there's people in Canada and people in, Africa. We use different money than the US money. We have our own monies. We have the Canadian dollar. So what is one O-coin in one Canadian dollar? Nobody knows. So there's so much to work out. And they haven't done any of this. They literally just went, let's make a money. We'll call it O-coin. And then they set up the wallet so that everything would say O-coin instead of USD. And that's all they've done. I don't think that you can, pull it out of there right now. And therefore, it is just kind of sitting in your back wallet, your wallet, and you can only buy their products with it then. That's also an issue. Because, see, that's the thing. You can make your own, Monopoly money if you want to use in your back office all you want. My understanding is that they can have their O-coin if they're just using it for the stuff in the back office and to buy, the ONPASSIVE products. The second that they want to exchange it into real US money or other tenders, and the second that they want it to be able to be used for other things outside of ONPASSIVE, then there's a whole bunch of other legalities that come into place. And they have to go, and then they'd have to register that with the SEC or whatever place it is in the States. I think it might still be the SEC for that, based on what I learned about them. I'm pretty sure it is. And they're not in very well with the SEC right now. So the SEC probably wouldn't give them the ability to create a tender at the moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you, like, I've tried to figure out the legalities because my ass is in Canada. And it appears to be pretty similar, the US and Canada for that. So I don't think they can pull it out as an O coin and then have it in their bank account as a US dollar right now. So it is just kind of sitting there. And right now, the only thing you can buy is O Connect. They don't have a price on the O Tracker yet. It's in an inevitable infinite fucking free trial, I guess. I don't know what's going on with the O Tracker. It was also supposed to cost money, and then it's just been like in a free trial forever too. It's like on the back burner while they figure out the O Connect. And this is what I mean. They can't just ever figure out everything at the same time. So it looks like right now, the only thing you can buy is the O Connect. And a lot of the people would have already bought that, I'm assuming. Like anyone that would be making a so-called commission in ONPASSIVE right now would have already bought in that. I don't think that they wouldn't have paid for that already. They would be like the gun-ho, yeah, we're doing this, we're in it to win it type. So I figure that they've already bought it like a few months ago. So now they're just like sitting there with a bunch of O coin, like waiting for the next time they're supposed to pay for it. But we don't have any real confirmation that that's happened. They just kind of say that they're getting commissions. And then they say, well, we're not allowed to show you because that's illegal to do. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
To the following days. Brother Chris, hope you get better. And I see DeGarmo is also sniffling somehow.
Yeah.
You have to slow down partying, okay? You have to, 12 midnight is enough, yeah. The other thing is we all also share our condolences to our sister, Angie Han. That was really, I was saddened to hear the news, so I was not expecting that when I was chatting with Chris yesterday. Hope she will be able to handle that. I have no idea how it feels. I'm fortunate that I still have both my parents, and I can't even imagine how could that be. But I know she's strong, and she has a big family backing her up. We're all with you, Angie, if you're listening. So as you see the...
Oh my God, isn't he like just so caring? Isn't it awesome as he takes a random oat founder's trauma and blasts it out on his screen to show everyone just how much he cares about all of the people in this? I mean, it's fabulous. It's amazing. He's just such a caring humanitarian, that Ash.
Merchant is getting back and warmed up, as previously mentioned. We are able to access...
What the fuck does that mean? The merchant is getting back and warmed up. I swear they think that the payment processor and the merchants are like actual machines. They gotta like start them up, put oil in them, you know?
Accept roughly 20% more every day. And as of next week, we will be doubling every week the capacity. In the meantime, we are working on so many global solutions to accommodate the volume and the traffic that comes to ONPASSIVE. It is above average, as we all know. We are so happy that so many people are interested and excited about our products and the sales.
Who is interested? Who? Where? Because, like, it doesn't appear like it's growing at all since I've been here paying attention to it. Like, it seems to just be all the exact same people all the time. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't feel like it's growing. I don't feel like I don't think that the websites had much more traffic or anything. It seems to be like the same amount. And like all those people are already signed up for ONPASSIVE. Everyone going to the website right now is people that are going there to log in. It's not like brand new people that are going there because they like heard about this somewhere and they're like, I can't wait to try Connect. No. So that's like what I mean. Like it seems to be about the same numbers. Like it's not like they're getting like thousands and thousands of new people to the website. So I have no clue what he's talking about.
We made a massive plan, and we had a master structure for us to overcome this. I also mentioned to you previously that there's not one solution that can be good enough to cover ONPASSIVE. It has to be a collection of solutions, combinations, and some creative resolutions in order to accommodate all the needs. And we have in the pipeline, we are working on more than 200 acquiring banks worldwide. A big chunk of them are in India, to be honest with you, because that's a big volume, and there's so many. So we will be able to
That's
offer,
where you sign up the most people.
Basically, different solutions beside the cards, as you know. Crypto is already there, and we are going to have more regional and domestic bankers, so that will.
You know what though? It is really sus. It's really sus. And for some reason the O-mail is being traced all around. It's going all over the place.
Serve the traffic accordingly. We are going to have to go through some confusion of the names at the moment, and currencies and all of that. We have opened a bunch of companies and merchants and all of that again. So you will see that once things settle, I would imagine in a couple of weeks' time or so, we will be able to make a list of what you should expect. If you're in this country, you should expect this, that. But the bottom line and the good news is we have you covered, okay? And I think now we're at a position we stabilized, and now we're going to scale. It is going to take a couple of weeks again until we get to the point where everybody will be able to make a payment regardless of where they are or the source of payment, crypto or fiat bank payment. So,
why didn't he do anything before allowing people to even go back in the OES? Like we've been sitting here saying, if you're a random person that comes across this thing because you saw it on the side of the Burj Khalifa, let's say. It's on the side of the Burj Khalifa. You're walking down there and for some reason you see it on the side of the Burj and you're like, ONPASSIVE, huh? I'm going to go check that out. And you do go and you log into the OES. Nothing looks good. Like you go to use all the products, they all fuck up on you. It's just not a good look. So this is why I don't think it's about the technology. He's never ensured the payment processing. He's never ensured the products work. It's all just about getting people to join, right? Help says yes, because countries are notoriously light on bank regulation and would love to have someone being sued by the SEC by one of their banks, right? I don't know why I guess because he has to create his own money. Reminds me of Charles Ponzi. He also bought a bank, and look at how that went. Right? Sherry's professional name was Freddy Krueger. Nightmare on O Street. That'd be a fun meme to do. Combine Creepy Robin and Tanya the Enforcer, and even Chuck Norris will quake in his boots. It's true. A lot of people are really creeped out by Robin. I do have to say, that's like one of the main comments that I get is things like this. They were like, she's really creepy. She creeps me out. And I think it's a mixture of the sound of her voice. For some reason, people find it unsettling. But then the way that she talks to people is like she's constantly scolding them, I find. So she like talks down to everyone and in almost like a scolding voice. It reminds me of my public school principal when she would like bring me down to her office when I was like 10 and acting up, you know? Just the way that she talks. So I think a lot of other people pick up on that too, and it just creeps them out for this
On
setting.
track. It's a warm up process. Doesn't happen overnight. There's so much.
You've had 5 years.
Compliance and legality goes behind the scene, around the clock, everywhere. Our executives are also traveling here and there to make sure that everything is lined up properly.
Yeah, now, but again, what were you doing for the first fucking 5 years? Seriously, what were you doing from 2018 until 2022 minimum? Were you literally just sitting there and planning stuff? And then you weren't doing anything? Because you would think that when you had 5 years to plan this thing, you'd have some of this shit worked out, right? And you would already know all of the legalities.
Can you wait a second, please?
Wait a second, guys.
Yeah, Marty, can you mute yourself, please, Marty? After he gets him back.
Oh, well, Marty, your grandson.
Yeah, you were picking up. That was really, really some good news so far. I needed a pick me up. That definitely picked me up. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, Marty, we can't have noise of your grandchild going on. Okay. This is a professional meeting.
So we are really seeing the traction happening. We're ramping up the process, and
yeah, she has like this proper way of speaking. You're right. It is very like England. I mean, she could be from England. She could be.
I think in no time you're going to realize everybody will be able to pay. That's been said. That would reflect the payout. Okay. Also on track to make sure that we should be able to make bulk payout. Again, just give us a little bit time. As I said, it's a complex, sophisticated, massive structure to be able to do that. There's one way to solve this. Either your business shrink to the level of the usual and grow organically, baby steps like that, the usual traditional businesses, or do it the ONPASSIVE way.
What?
Just born as a unicorn and
just born as the unicorn. They're really obsessed with the unicorn
but
thing.
just come up with creative solutions that will cover all the needs, and that's where we are now.
Why are right now we're coming up with creative solutions? Why it's taken us 5 years to do this?
We were able to do that, fortunately, at a speed. It is really not black and white when it comes to ONPASSIVE solutions. No matter what we planned ahead, we had plans. But when you go live and see the numbers, it's a whole different game, positively. So we're delighted that we are.
I don't understand, because Ash has never come out here with the opinion that this thing would take over the world. Okay, so his whole thing has always been ONPASSIVE is the new internet, and ONPASSIVE is going to take over the world. That's his whole thing. Even in that blurb I read to you guys earlier, right? Where he's basically telling us what his plans are with this. He's all like, yeah, and then I realized that the internet was going to change the world. So I came up with this thing that's going to change the world. So you would think that he would have been ready for 1 billion people to sign on to this thing. According to him, 8 billion people were going to use this thing by the end of like the first couple years. So why the fuck do we not have a processor that can process a bunch of people in a day? I'm just wondering. It just makes no sense.
Getting back there, and I would still love to get a reset or restart, and then we have the counter.
He's doing those
from
restarts. Right, Mark? He spent the first 3 years raking in multiples of $97, building fake review websites, and encouraging webinars to indoctrinate people. He's now trying to ignore all that and run his legit company. Yet he's allegedly starting over now. I guess he's starting over. He has announced he's starting over. This is a brand new start. And I'm like, I don't think the SEC works like that, but
now, the bulk payout, I'm thinking it might be a good idea.
Oh my God.
To clean up or clear all the pending
withdraw
request. I didn't do that. I want to get a sense of how you feel about that. Some people want to change the method. They previously requested banks. They thought now maybe they could switch to crypto. And some places like Canada, they've requested in crypto. And that...
no, we're good. Canada's good. Okay, we don't need it. We're good.
Wallet was, I believe, shut down in Canada. So they no longer could receive funds on that. So maybe to make it smooth and clear for everybody, clear out the pending, okay, and allow everybody focus, see which method you want. Regardless, we will be able to pay out. And India, don't.
It's so weird to hear him be like, "Oh, I know what the problem is, guys. It's a bunch. We're backlogging the system. We have a bunch of these payments that haven't been processed. So they're messing with the system. That's what the problem is. That's what it is. Yeah, no, it has nothing to do with anything else. It's just all these crazy payments trying to go through. The processor just can't keep up. They forgot to oil it for a couple days. Do you notice that he has never elaborated on these announcements? Still waiting to hear what the tack deer thing is all about. He like plans things, or not even plans, right? He just kind of talks out his ass about things. He'll just talk out his ass like, I think that we should be able to do this and this and this. And then that will be an announcement and something that everyone else is holding on to. But then he acts like it didn't matter. And then you just never hear about it again. You're like, oh, okay. Well, so much for that announcement. Toxic Scarecrow says, Ash, please don't think. You don't have enough brain cells to do something as important as thinking. Right? It's like, I think we've been thinking about how to do this for 5 years. So we got to start doing instead of just thinking and planning. That's the problem. We spent 5 years on webinars thinking and planning, and nothing was done. So now he has to come up with this legit company because the SEC caught on to him. So now he's kind of like, ah, shit, now I'm being watched and regulated, so I have to do something. And now he's just quickly trying to put it together as much as he can in as short time as he can, and it's not going to work. Ocoin is the only cryptocurrency registered on the toilet chain. It's his toilet chain for sure. It's December and OConnect is viral. I've heard it broke the internet temporarily, a bit like all the subscriptions brought down the world's banking systems, right? It's just so funny to me. Like, I'm like, yes, Ash, that's the problem. Those unprocessed payments are backlogging all of the banking systems and all the payment processor. And it really just can only process one payment an hour. So you got to tell people to time their payment so that the processor doesn't get overloaded. Have you ever heard of such a fucking dumb thing in all your life?
Get ahead of yourself as usual, okay?
Don't get ahead.
I'm just going to say this.
Blame it on them.
And I wish I could say it in Hindi so there would be no blame on the language. I know it's going to be a different version when it's told in Hindi, but I'm officially saying that we will be able to have UPI option where they understand it is like a uniform payment interface. It has to be something like that. UPI. They know what it is, which is quick. There's no fees on that. It's immediate, instant from the bank to the purchase. And the other way, we will be able to get your UPI and deposit immediately, instantly.
Ash, UPI stands for Unified Payment Interface. That's what it stands for. It's basically the instant payment system in India. And the reason why you would have to use that is because the National Payments Corporation of India is probably not accepting Ocoin. I'm just saying, if you're going to say an acronym of something, can you know what it actually fucking is? Because I think it sounds so ridiculous when you're like, oh, we're going to get UPI, don't worry. Oh, I don't know what it stands for. It must be something like, I don't know, this underpayments imagination. I don't know what it stands for, UPI. I get secondhand embarrassment.
To your bank. Okay, that will cover so many of you. Now, if you hear anything outside the lines I said, please report those who make that, chaos every time.
Okay, hi, Ash and Mufareh. I would like to report Marty DeGarmo and Chris Johnson, because on their live today, that was at, 10:30 a.m., something like that, they actually stated that everyone was going to have money by Christmas time, and that they would all be paid out by Christmas time, and that they were all going to be able to have a good Christmas. I have not yet heard you say anything of the sort, so I would like to officially report them. I think that they need to be removed from ONPASSIVE, please, for breaking the ONPASSIVE laws.
Please stay on track and be accurate and transparent. Don't make it your way, okay? We have to work as a company, as a major, large community, not what fits an individual or a small community. So this is it. I'm very optimistic and confident at the same time on the coming days where all of that will be covered, and then we would run. We have so much progress at the same time. This was a good advantage for us while working tirelessly on the money monetization and
why do you have to work tirelessly on this? Again, why did you not have this worked out?
Mobilization, if you wish, in and out, to be able to handle the volume in ONPASSIVE. At the same time, that gave us a...
Okay, I don't understand. Okay, I don't understand. I don't know why he thinks that nobody has ever bought this amount of product before in their lives. It happens all the fucking time. Stores are not constantly coming out and being like, oh, we're sorry, we're going to have to ask the customers to please slow down on buying all of our products. There's just too many payments with the payment system right now. It's backlogged. All right, we have great Aunt Betty back there with the checkbook. She's trying to write everything in. Her fingers are all blistered. She can't do it that fast. We got to slow down.
Good space.
I don't know.
To
the monetization of the money for the money, so that everyone can get the money to process the money of the monetization of the money. I don't know either. He's just like, we're monetizing this, and I'm like, what? You're talking about the payment processor. So then I realized, I think what he's kind of saying is that they're going to create their own payment processor and then they're going to sell it. And he's trying to figure out, while he does his own payment processor, which will be called O payment processor because they're that creative. Like he's trying to figure out how to sell it at the same time and everything. That's the only way that makes sense. I'm assuming that that's what he's alluding to, because I have heard him mention that before in the past, where he's like, yeah, we're going to be making our own payment processor. So then I was like, okay, did he realize that all of the payment processors were going to be the same because the problem isn't the payment processor, right? Like the problem is the company and how it's red flagged as a scam right now to all the banks and everywhere. So it's like, that's the real problem. And I don't think that there is a way around that unless he did actually create his own payment processor. And right now they're using one that's out of Dubai but routes through Mexico and then taxes them in Mexican pesos. And they don't like that. So now they have to try to find a new one. Allegedly, also some streamer that talks about them said it was a scam. Like, it's really weird.
Ramp up the production level. There are a few products are lined up for the first half, especially
Oh
like
my God.
December. And so based on the hope we have or the confidence we have, we will be good to observe all of the growth.
What product?
If all goes well, mid-December we'll have a few, and by the end of the month we'll have a couple more. So,
but that's only if all goes well, which it never tends to do over here at ONPASSIVE. Nothing has gone well. Not one thing. Not even one time. Nope. So there probably won't be any products. But he's doing that thing again, where he pretends that he has products that are ready to release. There was a time where Ash came out and actually stated that he was done all 50 of the products. Shortly after he had come out and stated he was done 8 of them. So he came out to a webinar and he was like, I have 8 products all done. They're all done. They're ready to go. We just got to release them. But I'm just going to hold on to them for now. We'll release them in future. Don't worry. We'll do it when we're ready. But just know I have 8 of them completely done and ready to go. And we were like, all right, can't wait to see it. And then like 2 weeks later, he came out and he said, I have all 50 products done. All of them are done and they're ready to go. I just got to decide when we're going to release each one. And I was like, okay, now I really don't believe you. 8 might have been doable because you've had 5 years, but all 50, I really don't think you have. And now we're back to, I have a few of them that I can probably release by the like mid-December. And then I have some that I can release, probably by the end, by New Year's. But we'll see how it goes and if we're successful at this whole payment process thing. And it's like, see, you don't have anything done, Ash. Just shut up. Like, don't even promise it. Because we all know that we're at the 4th of December today. Okay? And we know that in 11 days from today, there will not be one thing fucking released. Not one. Not one. Just like all the other years. Just like how last year, O-Connect was supposed to be released by fucking December 5th. We're lucky if it's going to be working by this year. By tomorrow. Okay, it's still fucking up for people. The sound is shit. The video sharing is shit. Half the time people can't figure out how to work the damn thing because the entire manual, the user's manual is shit. So it's literally just not going to happen. Stop promising people things. And I know that you're like, oh, well, I said if everything goes well and nothing will go well, so I don't actually have to release them. But you can't keep saying, listen, by the middle of this month, we're going to have this many. And then at the end of this month, we're going to have this many. And then tell people not to hold you like to that word. You do it over and over and over and over again. And we are still waiting for this ash bomb. If this is the ash bomb, I'm going to be very disappointed. Because this was more like an ash broken firecracker that didn't set off. It was a dud. It's a dud. It's a dud firecracker.
There are a few things, features and new products. So it's getting there. Especially, we want to make sure that we clear out the pending balance. That's my personal aspire. I really want to make sure before the holidays people are all paid, and they also get some funds in order to purchase more products and services.
Oh, well, there it is. There goes getting Marty and Chris in trouble for saying that they'd have money by Christmas time. Because now Ash is also promising that everyone will have money at Christmas time. So I guess they aren't speaking out of line. Or are they? I don't know. I guess it depends on how Ash feels when he watches this live stream.
Okay, so we're geared up to an incredible finish of the year, and definitely a strong start to go all the way in the beginning of 2024.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like this is the third Christmas that I've heard that. And I'm still waiting. I'll believe it when I see it.
That's where we are. That's most of it. Our focus is, the main focus is that financial coverage to handle the volume. That's the challenge we have. We are so big that no processor can handle us.
They're just making so many sales. They're so big. No payment processor could ever handle them. All right? Don't tell Amazon. All right? I swear they sell more than Amazon does in a day, or Gucci, or anything. All right? Target, Walmart. They're just selling way more. They're too big for all of the payment processors. Okay? These payment processors can't handle them. All right, it's just too much. Like I said, they're backlogging. All right, Great Aunt Betty, her fingers are blistered. Blistered, I tell you. They're bleeding out all over. They got to redo them. It's a mess.
Beautiful problem. And on the other side, the flow to pay people hopefully will be weekly instead of we'll set a time. Every week you could request a payment. So things are just going to be exciting.
Wait, every week you can request a payment? Is it going to be like the Cash App? So I can be like, hi, Ash, I've decided that my payment for this week should be $5,000. Please send that to me into my wallet. That makes no sense. You can't have it at a distributor request payment plan. What the fuck is that? You have to put exactly what they're making, exactly the percentage of their commissions. This shit shouldn't be up in the air. This has to be in writing, and it has to be in some form of a business contract, distributor contract that they sign to say, yes, I agree to be an affiliate with your company and that I'll be selling your products for this much. You can't just be like, yeah, we're going to pay people. It'll probably be weekly, and hopefully they'll just request it. How much? We don't know. But they can request to get paid it every week. Isn't that cool? Like, no. You can't just keep all that shit up in the air. That's not fair to the people that are then making sales. People like to know, if I make this many sales, how much money will I be making? So it's not fair to not give that information to them. Like, that just makes no sense to me. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
How do you know if your problems are the result of bad life choices or demons? And what do you do if your problem is demons? My 200-page book, Dealing with Demons, has answers for questions most are afraid to ask. Can Christians be demon-possessed? How can I know what's natural and what's supernatural? Dealing with Demons will teach you how to recognize symptoms that the devil is at work in your life or the life of someone that you care about. Learn strategies to avoid Satan's traps and walk in freedom and supernatural protection. Read Dealing with Demons and be one step closer to living in spiritual victory.
Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Yes. Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger is almost a no-go. Get Tiny Dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No, no, no. Get Tiny Dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper Drug Mart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. Are you someone who worships our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Do you believe women owe you what the Virgin Mary refused to give up? Is your life meaningless unless you can experience the touch of a woman, but not just any woman, a true Stacy? Are you tired of gym maxing? Well, we have the perfect solution for you, Giga Chad. Brought to you by the same people who brought you Tiny Dinger condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. We now offer sexual endorphin spray to help attract the perfect Stacy. With just a few squirts. No, don't squirt that! Sorry. Today's content is brought to you by Sexual Endorphin Spray, trademarked. Just spray yourself with this fabulous fragrance, and the women won't be able to keep themselves off you.
I use a sexual endorphin spray to attract this dumb hoe. She hasn't left my kitchen or my bedroom since, know what I'm saying?
Shit smells amazeballs. The fragrance is cool too. It smelled so good, even Grandma loved it. And me. A little too much, actually. You can even use it at church, guys. The nuns wouldn't stop grabbing at me. Neither did the pastor's wife. Women will love the scent, guaranteed. He smells so good. I just want to rip off all of his clothes and then just take my tongue and then... Okay then, amen. Grab a bottle for yourself today, along with a box of Tiny Dinger condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand, and you'll be posting shorts on YouTube called From Incel to Giga Chad in no time. Sexual Endorphin Spray, trademarked. Be a Giga Chad right away and spray to get your dream Stacy today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Hartman's, RX Pharmacy, Home Depot, Chad's R Us, the grocery store, all the damn pharmacies, and in your favorite YouTube streamer's pocket. Now, back to our regular programming.
Yes, back to our regular programming where we're going to hear Ash lie to us some more about the products and the payment processor and how everyone's going to get paid by Christmas.
I know some people are going to lose their mind, getting so much traction. And then we will be making an announcement on the time that we start allocating our extra traffic to the paid founding members initially. And therefore, we take it to the next level. But it is just so much that is going on behind the scene that there's no time I can go and cover all the topics. But the main one, I want to make sure that you know and make no mistake that we will get this covered 3,000%. Okay, it's a process. It's a lot of work. It's a process, but we're up to it. We have learned so much, of course, throughout this resolution. Anyway, what else? Yeah, it's worth to say also that we have an incredible bonus and special sale throughout the month of December. You should take advantage of that to activate your O-Connect if you haven't. And we're giving everybody I heard Red was covering that. an extra 30 days if you paid until the 24th of November, or by the 24th, we have you extended another 30 days at no charge. If you've been with us since April till December, you probably paid $140 or so,
Yep.
and you've gotten pretty much more than half of the year. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 7 months, actually 8 by the end of December. So you would have exactly 8 months for $143, and your first sale covered that totally, 100%. I can't even begin to tell you how crazy is this. I mean,
Chris says, you will get discovered. I thought you already knew how to handle that. Does that mean all the ads in Dubai malls and buying a rail station in Dubai did not work? I guess so, Chris. I guess it didn't work. They're just sitting here waiting to get discovered. You know, well, Great Aunt Betty's fingers are blistering and bleeding from all the processing. Which, by the way, I had to look it up. I wanted to see, like, what they kind of, like, do in terms of the payment processing. Like, so I looked it up, and apparently just in the, like, Black Friday sale, sorry, there was $9.8 billion in online sales. So that just gives you, like, kind of an idea of how many sales can be made using, like, the main payment processors, okay? I don't think that Ash is making, like, 1 billion US sales in a day to the point where a payment processor would be like, I'm really sorry, this is just too much for me. Because payment processors are literally taking in billions and billions of dollars, okay? And they're processing it just fine for every other company in the entire world, and even just out of the US. So I literally looked it up. He would have to make like $9 billion in sales in one day for this payment processor to have an issue. There is no way that it's the payment processor.
And we love doing it. We're unique, okay? And it's working.
No, you're
We're
unique,
not,
that's for sure.
making a mistake, or that we're hesitant because anybody sees that, it just alarms them. Why are you giving back like the first sale 100%? Because we're ONPASSIVE. Simple. But this is pretty much it. It's a very good deal for technically $93. You get 3 months now, and 10,000 attendees.
That's an awful deal. That's an awful deal. You can get it way cheaper from so many other companies. Even Zoom's cheaper than that.
He's asked me about the other vendors, how much they charge. Again, more features and more build-ups are coming in OConnect. It's in good shape. Okay, so I hope you.
Yeah, and see that fee is so high because the payment processor takes out a certain amount, and then the one they're using, for some reason, although it's out of like fucking Dubai, for some reason it reroutes through Mexico. And so because of that, and because it sends your funds to Mexico, and then from Mexico to the US from Dubai, you are taxed pesos. Because in Mexico, the tax laws are, if you are doing international business with them, you get taxed by them. So you're being taxed there, and then I guess technically you would be taxed again once it's in the US dollars, right? Because all of the money that you make in the US would also be taxed. So you're like triple taxing yourself now. Good job. Good job. But that's why it's so high. Did Ash cheap out here with the processor and choose the 10 payments per day package? Probably. That's what it is. Queen, please check your numbers. Let's assume that 5 billion people have purchased OConnect, and that's a conservative figure. Then I can fully understand why there are problems. Even then, I think that they would be okay. That's the funny thing.
Tweak your plan to fit in on passive if you want to go somewhere in
Wow.
2024. If you
What? Tweak your plans for on passive if you're traveling next year? No? Fuck you? I'm going on vacation and on passive is not coming with me. Lord, I hate that. MLMs is the only place too where they'll like brag about working on vacation. I know that you guys have seen the post. If you haven't, I have a whole anti-MLM playlist with over 300 videos. I'm sure you'll find them in there. They'll be taking pictures of themselves on the beach going, I just made $97 signing up someone as an O-founder while I'm on vacation. And it's like, you're not on vacation. You're working while you're in another place. That's all it is. You went on vacation to work. Good job. Yeah, no, definitely more free time when you're in an MLM. So much free time, you'll be working on vacation.
you are looking around and happy with what you have, we wish you the best. If it's not working for you,
Hi,
I
Joe. Good
genuinely
to have you
ask
back.
you to not judge by the past or the turbulence that we had in the beginning because of the growth and the massive growth that
That meetup made me sad. There was like a whole 10 people there. Poor Red put so much. Poor Red put so much planning into it.
we've had. Just don't go by that. Okay, go by it's a new start.
Yeah, listen, it's an armchair with a built-in toilet. You just don't know. Yeah, the real reason why he muted is because he's making sounds, you know?
New chapter. Now we found solutions to work with our growth. How do we know we have 3 million customers before we start? Okay, unless we start. Okay, so we had to start.
You don't have 3 million customers. Like, I don't know why you think you have 3 million customers. It's not like you've had even 3 million new people on your website, so I don't understand where you even get that number from.
To start somewhere to be able to justify and adjust our plans accordingly. And what we know today is far more greater and efficient than what we knew a year ago or 6 months ago. Talk is different. Real life is a whole different game. I am thrilled that we are able to always find a solution.
Yeah, the plot twist is that all of his new customers are just those of us that wanted to go and sign in to the OES for free to make fun of it.
We never get stuck. Like even sometimes like it sounds like, oh, completely blocked. Not the case. There's always a solution for everything. If you want.
Yeah, Ash is like, listen, all the payment processors won't take us because what you need to know is most of the payment processors out here, one of the things that they'll do is they work just like a bank in terms of like, if something's a scam, then they'll get a red flag and they'll be like, this is a scam. So what I think the real problem is here is that Ash tried to get whatever payment processor he could fucking get, right? But all of them red flagged his company as a fucking scam, just like the banks are. Okay? Like it would work the same. The payment processor, I think he thought it would be a way to get around the banks, but it's not because they use the bank stuff too. You know what I mean? It's all under the same umbrella. So basically, he went through some that were like, listen, you're a scam and we don't want to be your payment processor anymore or whatever. So now he's like using this weird scammy one while he makes his own, because he's like, none of the payment processors will take us because they all say we're a scam. So I'll just make my own payment processor. And then we can even sell it and use it to make money. See, I came up with the creative solution. Some of you may call it a creative solution. I like to call it a loophole for how to scam people. That's what this is. He's not finding solutions, and especially creative solutions. Okay? He's literally finding loopholes on how he can still get money from people, even though his whole gig here is red flagged as a fucking scam through all the payment processors, to all the banks. Even some of the crypto allegedly told him to go fuck himself, right? This is why he had to come up with the O-coin thing. Now he's saying the crypto's all good. He's worked that out. Okay, but still, the payment processors are still going to come up eventually, as this thing is grimy and it's a scam. Especially if a bunch of people are buying it over and over again on their credit card, which is why he was like, don't do that. Only make one purchase with your card a day. Which sounds ridiculous to me, because why the fuck would you need to buy OConnect more than once? As I've already ranted about 500 times in the past, right? So to me, no, he's not coming up with creative solutions to a problem at all. He literally created his own problem, shot himself in both feet, and now he has to come up with some kind of loophole so that he can still scam people. That's what this is. Yeah, nothing can stop me from scamming Ash 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and now 2023. Basically, that's all this is it's him being like, you guys aren't going to stop me from ripping off all these people. By the way, nice to see you, Scam Cham. Glad you can make it. I mean, nothing suspect about making single payment for 1,000 positions of OConnect. And that's the thing, is it's like everything would think that that's a scam. Everywhere would think that that's a scam, right? Like, they're going to be like, why are you just buying the same fucking product, like, over and over and over again on your card? How is this not a scam? You really only need to buy the software one time, and then it should be used on all of your devices. Just like anything else. Like I said, I don't even know, like, how, like, what are they doing? Are they, like, downloading it on all their different devices and in order to pay for it? I don't understand. It's just the weirdest fucking thing. I think 3 of the 3 million are the 3 kings heading to Bethlehem. Maybe. Hello, Next Level. Good to see you. I'm here for Bubba Gump, boobs, and bologna sandwiches. Bubble Gump. I don't know, Bubba Gump. I just figured you were talking about Marty.
Me to cover in a minute or a shot about any specific topic before I take off? Let me know.
Okay. Critical Thinker says, had my original account closed for negative comments. 20 minutes later, I had a new account with the same sign-up info, and then I changed my name in the OES to Marty DeGarmo. Such security. My OES name is Miso. Right? Marty, he's the guy on the top right in the chair. The one that just kind of meshes in with the chair there, you know? I was like, Bubba Gump? Yeah, all right. We'll call Marty Bubba Gump. I like it. Marty's grandkids need OConnect to talk to him, right? Even though they're literally in the next room, he's just not going to pay attention to them. My name is Charles Ponzi. Just don't make any that say Ash Mufareh. I think Joe already had one that said Ash Mufareh. And I don't know if that one's still going or not.
Not needed. Okay.
Thank you,
It hurts.
thank you
but
for
that's-
what you said. Pretty happy.
Did you need that information or you knew it? I'm sure you.
Wow, Marty's sound was just awful. And this is O Connect, everyone.
You knew it. It's like I'm just.
Remember, this is supposed to be for 10,000 people, they claim. Which I keep pointing out, it literally, they've never tried that. I think the most that they've even gotten on screen has been, what, 20 people? Or 20 or 30 people at the most they've gotten on the thing. I don't think they've tried beyond that. So I don't know where they get off saying that 10,000 people can, like, be on this thing, because I don't see that. They've never done that. Never. Marty looks like Wilford Brimley, Ghost of Christmas Past. Also, Chris Johnson is one of the most generic U.S. names I've ever heard. It's true. Don't stress that, mobile. Yeah, whatever happened to the data centers? Weren't we supposed to also be building 3 of them? Like, by the end of the year? I seem to remember something about that recently. Marty looks like a real-life version of the Pokemon Muck. Actually, he actually, friggin' does. He looks like a lot of things. Let's just be real. Marty shaved the molester stash, but kept the chin whiskers today. Is it shaved? I can't even tell. He looks more like a Snorlax to me. He looks like Magnum PI discovered Twinkies and didn't stop. See, Chris, I know you got all upset. I know you got all upset that someone said that you looked like Captain Jerk with his eyes closed. William Shatner with his eyes closed, right? And that was very upsetting. But as you can see, people are actually more mean to Marty than they are to you. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out. Ash said the bigger ONPASSIVE gets, the bigger his data center will get. Actually, he probably did say that, huh? I think that the last thing he'll put together is the data centers. Right now, they're using, like, Amazon hosting and everything. Like, I checked the email. We were checking the O-mail today because my O-mail finally worked and didn't get flagged as a spam. And it went to the Amazon, which was fine. It went to Amazon.com Inc. And then it went to Sonic.net. And that's out of Santa Rosa, which is in California in the US. At 2260 Apollo Way, if you want the address. And then I was kind of confused. I was like, that's weird. That's weird, but they're using Amazon hosting for everything right now. So he doesn't have his own hosting. He doesn't have his own data center, but he's going to make the internet great again. You know? Which one is Chris? Because the guy in the middle looks like an in real life ventriloquist dummy. That might be Red. Chris is the one on the far left top. And then their lovely CEO is the guy that I think might have gotten hair plugs at the bottom there. Because I've never seen his hair look so up. Oh, so sticky uppy. Bill Musk had a fabulous video of the data centers. Thousands of servers, air-conditioned room, a 1 billion square foot building. No address, though. And then nothing happened with it. Like, that was it. They were like, yeah, we're going to have these data centers. This is what they're going to be. And then all of a sudden, they had a data center, they claimed. And then now they're saying that they're going to get one in future. And Red actually kind of outed that information on the last video I made with him, where he was like, and then after that, Ash says we'll get a data center. And I was like, ooh, Red, my man, ventriloquist dummy over there. Yeah, you weren't supposed to tell us that there wasn't one yet. There's supposed to already be one. You just kind of outed Ash as lying about having the data center. You know?
Echoing your intelligence.
Raj just texted me, Ash, and said, tell Ash thank you for that wonderful announcement he just made.
Yes, and I hope, Niraj, can you help us with
Exactly.
the
Liz,
accuracy?
welcome to
People
my
trust
channel.
you and Grislinda and the rest of the leaders. So please emphasize transparency and accuracy. Okay, we have to stick to the story. Okay, we work hard to give you solutions, but when you put out something different, then those sources and resources that we work with, then they come back and why are you doing this? And
This is Ash's way of trying not to take responsibility for the lawsuit that's going on right now. If you didn't know, he has said this on numerous occasions where he acts like other people are out here making promises. And yeah, like I showed you earlier, there is that ONPASSIVEBusiness.com website that has some of the information wrong, that maybe he should go talk to him and whatnot. But for the most part, everyone repeats what Ash says. Okay? The information out about ONPASSIVE is still on Ash. I was making jokes about how we could get Marty and Chris in trouble for their live earlier, and then as you heard, Ash himself said it. So were they out of line for promising that people would get paid at Christmas? No, because Ash said it. So this is what I mean. It always goes back to him, but he keeps making these like statements of like, oh, well, if you don't stick to the story, because, sticking to the story, when someone tells you, hey, listen, we got to stick to the story, it's probably because something not right is going on. All right, that sounds like something that a criminal says to another criminal as the cops are pulling up on them, and they're like, listen, we got to stick to the same story, okay? What is the story we are telling the fucking police right now? We are pulled over. The car smells like weed. We're not supposed to be smoking and driving. What are we going to say? Let's stick to the same story. It's not usually something you hear in a business-like meeting, right? Like, we all got to stick to the same story. But this is his way of taking the responsibility off of him for all of this misinformation and these dates being set and him not meeting his own deadlines and all this other stuff and putting it on everybody else so that he can say, oh, no, you must have heard that on a webinar and that was just that person talking out their ass. They didn't get it from me. And he's really been cracking down on this the last, few months, especially since that lawsuit came out, This looks like most of the people that were sitting at table 9 from The Wedding Singer. It does. That's basically probably where Ash found them.
I cannot control what people say, but officially the company is responsible for what the company said. And I understand, and you understand also, when people say, I'm a founder, I'm ONPASSIVE founder, and this is the story. So we have about 1 million different stories from 1 million founders, or at least a bunch of them in India. We know that. So thank you, Niraj. Please tell people, before you tell the story, tell them to stay accurate, okay?
Listen, I'm about to tell you the story of the bullshit that we're going to have to talk about. All right? So stick to the story. All right, don't go on your webinars and be talking out your ass about things, okay? Don't do that. All right, just stick to the story here.
Remain accurate and honest. Integrity is the name of our game, okay? So don't get off track. So before you tell them what it is or the details, and don't take advantage of the language, you all know English. You know better than us, okay? So don't blame the language.
Yes, you did.
Don't act, it's translation or whatever. And I'm sure the leaders will do a good job just repeating that in a good way. The bottom line is we want to make sure it is the money is
And that's the thing is like ONET really is just an unpassive echo chamber, right? Like, and this was always our issue with it from the beginning. Is my thing was like, okay, so you're supposed to use ONET to promote your business because everything in this is to promote your business. But then you're actually only promoting it to other people that are in ONET. So if the business you're promoting is on passive, okay, you're promoting on passive to everyone who's already in on passive. Okay? So people are in on passive, promoting on passive to other people already in on passive. Okay? And I'm like, I don't understand the point. Like, what would be the point of having that? You're really just sitting there talking to other people in on passive already. You're not going to be promoting anything. I don't understand. But allegedly, they needed their own social media in order to network and like promote on passive. I'm like, you got to be in on passive and join the OES to even get on the ONET to begin with. So they're already there. The only people that are using ONET, other than those that are in this thing and are in it to win it, are like mine and the recovering Hunball and like Spencer Cornelius fucking subs. That's it. Nobody else is in there. Okay? There aren't like random people coming and downloading ONET. I don't even think you can download it off of like the Google Play. It just has its own thing. And even if you could, again, the only people who are seeing any of the posts are the people that are in ONET, that have an ONET account, which is then just everyone in on passive. You see what I'm saying? It's like just this echo chamber of on passivians. You know?
gonna flow
I don't
in
get the point.
quickly, securely, at no cost, no fees, no middleman. Okay, us to you, you to us. That's it. And at the
Us to
same
you, you
time,
to us.
how we pay you, we don't want fees or any delay. It's that simple.
Yeah, you don't want fees or any delay, so you so the payment processor you picked is not only one of the more expensive ones, but it taxes everyone with pesos. So it ends up costing like $25 every time they get their money. Yeah, no, sounds legit. Sounds legit, Ash. Very good.
They know also the limitation when it comes to
Good
I
job.
think it's 5 lakh or something. They understand this more per day or the transaction. So we're limited to how much we can pay you. But if you do that more frequent, you're covered. That's
Wait, I think I have to like hear part of that again. I'm just like, what? I'm sorry, my brain like
is
exploded
gonna
there.
flow in quickly, securely, at no cost, no fees, no middleman. Okay, us to you, you to us. That's it. And at the same time, how we pay you, we don't want fees or any delay. It's that simple. They know also the limitation when it comes to I think it's 5 lakh or something. They understand this more per day or the transaction. So we're limited to how much we can pay you. But if you do that more frequent, you're covered.
What? We're limited to how much we can pay you. But if you do more transactions, that literally does not make any sense for what he's talking about here. Like, that literally makes no sense. Like, I don't understand how that could even be like a thing. Like, what kind of processor is this going to be? The more payments you make, the more accepted you are by the processor? Like, that makes no sense. Like, that, like, what? You can't pay out because you're limited on the amount that you can pay out. But if other people make more, then you'll be able. What? I'm just like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense, Ash. Like, at all, whatsoever. Max on screen is 24. Yeah, like, I thought they hadn't even gotten to 30 yet. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I thought it was like 20 something, like 30 at the most, because I don't remember them ever announcing, like, we've gotten 30 people. The counters never worked correctly when they attempted to get high numbers, knowing ONPASSIVE probably just a fake number. See, like, I don't even think they've been able to, because my understanding was that when they were trying to get just over 20 on the screen, it was like fucking right up. Like, it would not allow them to. The whole software would start to mess up, and then that's when the audio would start going, and like you couldn't fit more people on there. And it was like, Jesus Christ. Like, so I don't know why they're saying that they can have 10,000 or 10 decimal 000. Like, that makes no sense to me. I'm like, how did we go from like getting 24 on the screen to deciding that this thing can do 10,000? That's quite a jump. They're rebuilding the data center they never had. Right? I think Ash has got the Sonola cartel to act as the payment processor. I'm like, what is he on? Literally makes no sense. Like, he's acting as if there's a limit on the amount he can pay out. But then, if those people pay in, then he can pay out more. And I'm like, that's just a pyramid scheme, dude. That doesn't have anything to do with the payment processor. That's the way of the pyramid scheme. Like, is that what you're talking about? Because if you're talking about the payment processor in those terms, there is no payment processor that's out here that's like, we will only let you make so many payments out, and then you have to buy a bunch of stuff before you can get a payment out again from your business. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure he said no matter how much you work, you're still only going to get a limited amount of money because they can't afford to pay people. That's like pretty much like the only way that breaks down, like I said, is if he just straight up basically admitted that this was a pyramid scheme. And he's like, listen, we need more people to pay into this thing before I can start paying out. But again, that doesn't have anything to do with the payment processor. I'm like, that's not the payment processor's fault. That's your fault. They're not like holding your money. That's the O wallet. They're supposed to be holding your money, right? I mean, Ash wants to be sure you keep spending into the system so he can pay others. Like, is it just me, or did he basically just come out here and be like, I really need you guys to buy more stuff so that I can pay out? Which is, again, just a pyramid scheme, which is what this is. I mean, he's not lying. Especially if the first thing that people buy, they're all getting 100% commission for, then he really needs you to buy it again, okay? Like, buy 10 of them if you can in 10 different accounts. See how that's when that makes sense, right? And this is what I mean. This is why I'm like, has nothing to do. This guy doesn't care about the technology. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care if this shit works. He really just wants you to keep buying it over and over again and join this thing. That's it. But I swear, like, the only way that makes sense is if he basically just admitted to this being a pyramid scheme, because there is no payment processor that works in that way. It's not going to release. Yeah, like, is the payment processor holding the funds hostage? Again, if it was doing that, that would be because they got a warning that this thing was a scam. Just like the banks gave, right? Which is why we had to go this route. Funny how Ash tells everyone to be accurate, yet he has never been accurate or on time. No, he's never accurate. I'm in the payment processing industry, and they all laugh at ONPASSIVE. If there was no SEC lawsuit, some of the shittier ones would have taken them on, but when they see how bad the products are, they run away. See, that's the whole thing, though, because like I said earlier, like the payment processors also trained in seeing scams. So no matter what payment processor they go with, right, if the same bank card is buying the same product like over and over and over again, eventually that's going to come up as a scam to them because it makes no sense. Because people don't do this. People don't buy the same product with the same bank card 30 times in a row, okay? Like that's stupid. Like I said, there's no need for this. The only thing is Ash wants your money, so he's going to tell you that you should do that because it will help the company and blah, blah, blah. So it's like no matter what one he goes with, it's going to come up as a scam. ONET is the most boring place on the internet. Try it if you have insomnia, you'll see. If you ever need to sleep, you're having some trouble, just go scroll through that. It's the same post every time I go in mine, which maybe we'll do when we're done watching this video. It's almost done. There's only a few minutes left. It's the same post just over and over again. It'll be like 3 people posting. I'm like, what's going on? That's because he's Jesus. In founders we trust. Wait, Ash is not making sense? That's a first. I'm like, what is he trying to say here? Ash wants to boss the processors around like he makes the rules. I wonder if that would also be a bit of a problem. Because it is true that Ash, like I swear they have the largest turnover rate for their techs in the Hyderabad office. If you are ever bored, you can go and look up the glass doors on that. Maybe we'll do a whole video where we just do that. And and it's because he's such a fucking control freak that I swear to God the technicians are like trying to do things right, but then he comes in and then tries to like tell them what to do. And he wants it done his way instead of the way, like the right way, And I think they get frustrated with him and then they leave. Like they're like, I'm not fucking working for this company as a tech. This is bullshit. So I could see him doing that with the payment processors too. I could see it being very similar in that sense, where he also wants to take over them, right? That would make sense. It's time we all accept that Ash is the second coming of Jesus Christ. There's a lot of people who are claiming to be that lately. Selling digital products through payment processors has even harder rules and risk. I guess they also need to be careful of chargebacks, right?
That's a good amount. Okay. You're going to be totally fine. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Other than I appreciate you. I respect you. I love you, and I wish you the very best. And I hope you are going to enjoy the holiday season. And just do your best to be lined up with the ONPASSIVE direction. We are in a position.
Whoa, Ash. Did you just tell people to spend their Christmas holiday paying attention to ONPASSIVE too, making sure that they're lined up with it all? Lord, I hate this.
Position where I can tell you the whole world is going to be watching what we do, for what's coming, and how we understand now how to cope up with the volume, with the growth, the fast and big growth that we witnessed.
There is no fast and big growth. Do you want to know why? Because you're telling people to buy the product over and over and over and over and over again. We can't even track the actual growth of this thing. Like, I don't know how we would be able to tell, like, the customers versus the people that are founders buying the product 30 times each. Like, I don't know how that would look, But there aren't, like, a whole bunch of new customers over here. You haven't even really been able to have customers. Like, people can't come and buy OConnect as a customer. So how the fuck did you get all these new customers?
Beautiful problem to have. Difficult to solve, but we're up to it. And now once this is behind us, it's a beautiful show. Thank you so much. You take care. I'll see you next time. Doesn't mean next 360.
Thank you, Ash.
Next
Thank
time,
you.
be any other day. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you for allowing me here.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll talk
Yeah.
soon.
Okay, thank
Bye,
you.
buddy. All right. So that is the end of that lovely thing. So that's what Ash had to say. Not a lot. Again, there was supposed to be a big old bomb being dropped, you know? And there just wasn't one. There wasn't one. So, what did you guys think about that? Did you think that that was a decent update? Something that Ash had to be pulled from his CEO duties, right? In order to, I guess, in order to come on and tell us the quote-unquote new information. I don't feel like he told us anything new. Like, I really don't. I don't feel like he told us anything new. I feel like everything that he told us, we were already like, we already knew was gonna happen. You know? I don't think that there was that much new information. I mean, it's not like he actually told us how to solve this issue with the payment, you know? The payment processors, if you will. Which I was expecting a little bit more of, to tell you the truth. I was expecting a little bit more of that. All that excitement, I know. Alana says she's seen a picture of Robin and it's not pleasant. Yeah, she's an unfortunate looking woman. She really is. How long can you keep this up for? Well, it's been 5 years so far, so another 2 before the SEC has their court date. Ash was really excited about what he feels is going great with commissions. You only win if you spend. And that's the real deal, isn't it? Right? Like, you're only able to get money now if you spend money, I guess. I mean, he pretty much said it. He pretty much said, you guys have to spend more money for me to be able to do payouts. Doing an update and watching the kids while Mrs. Ash relaxes in the spa, right? Right? I mean, allegedly, that's where a lot of the money went. Just to give you guys a little look-see into this, this is the Glassdoor reviews on the work. As you can see, they aren't the greatest. There is nothing good about this company. This company is a scam. Technologies are good. Good learning scope. Negative feedback on company. Revenue. Leaves are not employee friendly. Nice place. Open working environment. Provides lunch. MNC have huge scope. No proper structure of how a corporate company should be. Salary credit issues. Leave management issues affecting work life. No pros, and don't expect to have any of it. A lot. Many cons are there, as I know about this company from the start of 2018 and 2023. Very nice company. Best-in-class tools with AI powered. No cons. Very nice company. No learning, that's what it says. Good for people who like to work and play. No growth. No hikes. That's it. Careful, fraud MLM company is under a USA SEC investigation for cheating. Hardly any to recall apart from bad leadership. That's under the pros. So many cons from day one. All they were interested in cheating people, lying to both MLM customer and employees. Everything is okay. Great environment. New technology. No cons. All is well. Ash is right over my shoulder right now, making me write this review. So, all is well. OConnect is the best video conferencing tool in the world. O-Connect, O-Trip, O-Verify, O-Mail, and O-Net are in the cons, though. I don't think they understood the assignment. Pros, good company, health insurance provided, emergency trainings like fire extinguisher, first aid, salaries on time, friendly atmosphere. Cons, no cons, much good place. So I'll leave you the link to that, and then you can go and check that out for yourself. If you would like to go, you can go and check out all of the reviews. As you go deeper and deeper, there are some that say, like, I've been working here for a while, and I had to quit because I wanted to do stuff with the technology, and they wouldn't allow me to, you know, things like that. Yeah, salaries on time. That automatically makes you go, well, that was a fake one, right? They get cake. They get cake. Let's see the commission wallets. I don't think they'll ever show us that. The firm provides a rolled up sweater for you to use as a pillow when you have to stay there and sleep on the floor because you're working overnight. Because Ash often says, these guys work overnight for us. They're working 24/7. They don't take a break. Yeah, no, sounds like the exact company that I would want to go work for. So if you have any other questions about the processing, ONPASSIVE processing, payment processing app thing, don't worry, because John White and Bill Must have got you covered.
Processor in place, your business would have no way of accepting credit and debit card payments from your customers.
All right, so that's what it is. Very good, Bill and John.
Payment processors work by acting as the back-end intermediary between customers, businesses, and payment networks, such as Visa or MasterCard.
Or the banks, you know, the ones that are telling everyone you're a scam, not letting their payments go through, that one.
As such, they manage a secure card transaction process and handle the communication and fund transfers between your customer's card and your bank account where payments for sales are deposited. Why are we talking about pay processors? ONPASSIVE
Good question.
is designing its own in-house pay processor. A pay processor is the lifeblood of any business. When a company has its own pay processor, it is virtually unstoppable. ONPASSIVE is on that threshold and gaining momentum each hour that passes by.
Every hour. They're gaining momentum every hour. Watch out.
Look at what Mr. Ash Mufareh and his technology staff are doing for the benefit of all affiliates and customers of ONPASSIVE's technologies.
Are you going to show us? Just wondering.
When you can control the flow of payments coming in and commission from sales going into the digital wallets of each affiliate and not being roadblocks by outside pay processors. We have the best of both giving and receiving to the benefit of all affiliates and customers of ONPASSIVE's technologies.
Doesn't that make you go, but why are you being blocked? Shouldn't we pay more attention to why it's being blocked? Like maybe it's not a good purchase to make, and that's why?
Mr. Mufareh has stated that ONPASSIVE will have its in-house pay processor. We believe him 100% based on his track record of major accomplishments that he has started in the past.
I'm sorry, what? What is this track record that you claim? This track record is at 100%? 100% failing to meet every single deadline he's ever given himself. The track record this man has is that he makes a lot of promises and none of them are ever kept. What is this 100% track record? Oh, Lord. See the indoctrination that's gone on here?
We didn't know a lot about what he was saying, but we believed in him and now we will have the rewards for that belief.
I'm sorry, what? That's a problem. If you don't know what somebody is saying, you should be able to ask them for more information. They're like, we never knew what that guy was talking about either, guys. He just talks out his ass. He makes no sense. But, you know, we just knew that we had to have faith in Mr. Ash Mufareh, and he would do good things. One day, he will do something good.
Mr. Mufareh and his technology staff are forward thinkers and always 2 or more years ahead of any announcements that Mr. Ash Mufareh reveals to us. These in-house systems will make life better for us in the world of business. These systems will be flawless and attractive to any business on Earth.
And flawless, like OConnect, that has really, really shitty video and the audio fucks up all the time. Flawless like that, 100% track records, you say, huh?
The revenue that these in-house systems, being outsourced, will be humongous.
It'll be huge! Make the internet great again! Yeah, that's all they tell you. You're welcome. I'm glad that I could clear all of this up for you using this video, which is allegedly all the information that you need to know about payment processors and why they're making one. Yep, no, that's it. That's all they tell you. They're like, in the end, it doesn't even like end on a nice note.
The revenue that these in-house systems, being outsourced, will be humongous.
The end. I'm like, oh, it's just left so empty feeling at the end of this. Just like, oh, was that it? Funny story, the first time that I watched this, when I got to that part where they say that they didn't know what Ash was talking about, my daughter was in the room, and she's 9, and she said, Mommy, why would they listen to people if they don't know what the person's saying? And I was like, I know, sweetheart. I know. My 9-year-old clued into that slide right away. She was like, wait a minute. They just said that they didn't know what he was saying. Well, why were they listening to him then if they don't know what he's saying? Mommy, you're not supposed to listen to people when they're not making sense, right? And I'm like, right, sweetheart. That's right, Hannah. Very good. Very good, child. I'm raising you correctly. So I just had to throw that out there because I thought it was hilarious. I was like, look, even my 9-year-old is like, hold on a second. Hold on. I have to understand what the people are saying in order for me to trust and believe and listen to them, okay? So at least Ash is teaching my daughter something. And that's don't trust him and make sure that you understand what people are telling you before you agree to anything. They're kissing dirty money like kissing marshmallows. They're taking a bite out of the apples. Imagine forming a processor and getting massive refund requests on day 1. Yeah, I mean, that's what would happen. I have to say, if you're with a company and they're experiencing issues with your bank processing payment, and then they're experiencing issues with payment processors to the point where they have to then go and invent their own payment processor, maybe there's some fraudulent things going on. You might want to maybe just not trust them. You know what I mean? Like, just think about why that is. Okay, like, why do you have to now make your own? Why have all of the payment processors in the United States of America denied being, like, used by you to the point where you now have to make your own? Allegedly, even the ones in Dubai are like, no, fuck you, Ash. You're not using us. You know? He's like, the banks won't use us, so we'll just create our own bank. Yep, they don't want us scamming people with funds, so we'll just create our own money. The payment processors say we're a scam, so we'll just make our own. And I'm like, you should be questioning that, though, if you're in a company. If you are ever in anything in future, and they are like, listen, we're having problems with a payment processor. We are now creating our own so that we can get around those issues. That sounds like something that you should maybe take a second look at and go, well, wait a minute. Why does that have to be done? That sounds fraudulent as fuck. Okay, like, if Amway told you that it could no longer pay you with its payment processors and it had to create its own payment processor, would you be okay with it? Probably not. So don't be okay with it over here. All right, it's just as much of a scam when Ash does it as when anyone else does it. That's my point. It freaks me out a little bit. Payment processors will hold funds if they believe that there will be too many refund requests. Yes. And that is why I think they might have experienced an issue with not being able to pay some people out because there were a lot of refund requests with this thing. Everyone wants a refund right now. A lot of people are asking for refunds because of the fact that the SEC lawsuits there. Hell, you can't even say you want to ask your spouse before you make a purchase in this thing without them fucking freaking out on you, right? And that's also a problem to me. Nothing about this company is honest. And as we go on, it's getting worse, not better. It just gets more and more dishonest, okay? Most companies out there, if they had an issue like this, they would be like, what are we doing to make people think we're a scam? That's what we need to fix and stop doing. Not this one, though. They're like, we know we're a pyramid scheme and that people have to keep buying the product in order for us to pay out the money because we need to make money in order to pay the money here. Pyramid scheme, that's how they work. So we're just going to create our own avenues. And hopefully nobody asks too many questions. And luckily for them, they have a whole bunch of yes men who will not ask the proper questions. But I just don't think it looks good. It looks very scammy. And I don't know why more people in this thing are not questioning it, other than the fact that they are so indoctrinated into believing that Ash has the answer to all of this and that he is just so amazing and going to change the world with this thing, that they're just kind of ignoring it. It's like they have cognitive dissonance when it comes to these things. These things that would normally be red flags for us, these people kind of hush them because they are indoctrinated into not being negative. And it would be negative to question why the payment processors are refusing to process payments from this thing. That's a negative thought. You got to get that out of your brain, okay? You got to be positive and just trust and believe in Ash, and everything great will come soon. There's rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. It's going to be amazing. And I just don't think anyone should do that. So I guess in future, we should be expecting a new payment processor. People are complaining about the cost of the one that they're using right now, which has led Ash to just basically be like, all right, we'll just make one then. We'll just make one. It's all good, you know? They are so close to the finish line of this scam. Hopefully. So, what were we told today that was super duper important? Let's go through. I think the main thing that we were told today is that there are going to, hopefully, if everything goes right, be a bunch of products released by the middle of December. And then, hopefully, more products released by the end of December. Also, stay tuned over the Christmas holidays because Ash is coming up with his own payment processor that is hopefully going to be in fruition and made and good to go by the Christmas holidays so that everyone can get paid by the Christmas holidays. And also, be careful what you say on webinars because allegedly, even if you repeat just the things that Ash said, he's still going to put the blame on you when he doesn't then meet his own deadlines, as he has with this whole December 1st deadline thing. He's claiming that that was always up in the air and it was other people trying to hold him to the December 1st deadline. No, Ash, you said December 1st, but whatever. Just like he has said by mid-December, hopefully there'll be stuff, and by the end of December, there'll be stuff. When we're in the beginning of January, and I'm sitting here on a live stream with you all, we're going to be sitting here and we're going to be saying, hey, Ash promised everyone there would be products released by the end of December. And then Ash is going to come out here and he's going to say, I never said that. I said only if things go smoothly. And since nothing has ever gone smoothly over here, why would you expect anything of me? And we're just going to keep doing the same thing, just like over and over and over and over again. Basically, this thing was supposed to be created 5 years ago. It's embarrassing the fact that he only has these products that he has right now. And nobody's going to be getting paid by Christmas. And it breaks my heart to think that there are several thousand people now waiting for a payment by Christmas time that are not going to get it. And Ash knows that they're not getting paid before Christmas. But he doesn't give a fuck because he's actually a really big psychopath that has no feelings and no remorse and no empathy for other people. So unfortunately, there's going to be a bunch of people now waiting for money, and then they're not going to get money. A lot of their Christmas plans will be ruined, and that's going to be extremely, extremely upsetting. We are not in for a fun ride going forward with this thing. We are in for a dangerous ride. Because after this happens and this deadline is not met, that's when people start to realize that it's a scam. We are nearing the end of this, where it's getting to the point where he's not going to be able to hide things as much. And then please do keep in mind that over the holidays is when people are the most depressed. So going forward, we have to start handling this very, very carefully, because there are going to be people that are going to end their life when Christmas comes and they have no money to spend on their families. Ash doesn't care, but the rest of us do. And that is going to start happening this Christmas. I am warning you because I know that no one's going to make a cent by Christmas time. And we'll be lucky if one product gets released in the next month. I mean, it took him a year to actually release the O-Connect almost, after he had promised it last December. Just, history repeats itself. Nothing has changed here. Okay? Nothing has changed, and therefore history is going to continue to repeat itself over here. Okay? He hasn't learned a lesson. He's just learning new loopholes. That's all. So I'm not looking forward to this Christmas covering ONPASSIVE. I'll be honest with you. It is going to be very, very upsetting. And I am probably going to be shedding tears during live streams, so be prepared for that. It is not fun to cover this. We cover this hoping that Ash is going to do what he promises, but we know he's not. And therefore, we're going to have to go forward this month very, very carefully, more so than we have in the past. So I just ask everyone, please do keep that in the back of their minds, that this is going to be a very, very hard year for the people in ONPASSIVE. Even the LCs, because how many times can you get let down? Another Ash video where the thinking people end up even more confused about what he is talking about, right? That's all of them. I just know there will be people that are going to hurt themselves when this eventually crashes, and that part really saddens me. Yes, there are. Because there are people that are literally depending on this to change their life and their financial, and not just their finances. No. Their generational wealth, which means a lot more to people in other places than it even does here in Canada. Here we don't really do the generational wealth thing, but in places like Africa, that's a big thing. And they've been promised that this is going to give them generational wealth, and they're depending on that. They've signed up their unborn children, and they're waiting. So sad. Imagine how many people feel they have been squeezed into a corner, especially if they borrowed money. Exactly. I wish Ash would just give it a rest for the Christmas period. Just let people have some hope for the right reasons. Surely he can do that. No, he can't. No, he can't. He can't turn a scam legit, but he's going to keep on trying. False hope is his cash cow. Exactly. Ash really likes to use Christmas. Try to use it to his advantage. Like I said, every single year, he has made promises at Christmas time, and every single year, he has fucked them up. His promises are never kept. That's why when they're like, this guy has 100% track record, I'm like, yeah, failing. 100% track record of failing everything. We can't trust this guy at all. He doesn't even know what's going on most of the time. He's just talking out his ass, So that's why I get sad around this time of year when I'm covering this, is because I know that people are waiting for this. And now they're being told this. for sure is going to happen. And there's going to be some people that are really dependent on this money and they're not going to get it. And I just hope that those people have put up some kind of backup plan in order to still enjoy their Christmases without depending on this money. I hope that they can all still go on and have a decent Christmas when this money does not come in. I have a feeling that for a lot of people that's not going to be the case though. So like I said, we got to be careful going forward covering this. It's a very hard time of year for most people. Believe it or not, the time people in the world are the most depressed is during Christmas. So you add all this on to that. And it's just, and this is what I mean. Ash doesn't give a fuck about anyone. You think he took 1 second to think about how he would affect all of the people when he didn't give them money by Christmas? No. He doesn't care. He's not sitting there thinking about what will happen when these people don't get their money at Christmas time and they have to look at their tiny children's faces on Christmas morning and say, I'm sorry, sweetie. Mommy and Daddy couldn't afford to get you Christmas this year. We were promised by Ash and Mufareh that we were going to get paid by ONPASSIVE, and then we never did. And all of our money is in this thing. We had to pay 143 USD just to get in it. And that was 5 years ago. I know Christmas has been scarce all these past 5 years, honey. But I promise, he says this thing's supposed to save our life. Maybe we can all get together and sing the In It to Win It song, you know? That's what Christmas is going to be looking like to a lot of families that are in this thing. And that's really disgusting that he couldn't take one moment of his time to be like, should I maybe promise these people money by Christmas time, you know? Would that be a good idea? Am I actually going to be able to do it? Yeah, they don't care. He doesn't give a fuck. You think he ever thinks in his mind about what will happen if he does actually have to close this thing down after the SEC? All the people that would arm themselves? He's never thought of that. He doesn't care. He really does not care. He just sees $, $, $, $. And he just sees a whole bunch of people that believe in him and that follow him and that would follow him to the ends of the earth and back. That he can just take things from. That's all he says. That's all it is. 95% of founders will get no payments because they have no downline. Exactly. Only founders will buy OConnect. No one else ever will. Why would they? And they claim that they're not an MLM or a business that puts people underneath other people. Right in their terms of service and their disclaimers and everything. So I don't know how people are supposed to be building a downline anyway. You know? It's the time that is stolen from people on all the stupid webinars and YouTube channels. My mate spends 8 hours a day, every day on this crap. Yep, because you wake up in the morning, you got a webinar to go to, right? Somebody does a webinar. I forget who it is right now, but there is a webinar that's usually on at like 8 or 9 a.m. here. And then usually you have like Marty and fucking Chris go live around, 10, 11? And then you have Red going live between 11 and 12. Then you got then you got Marty every day at noon on top of that, right? And then afternoon, you have another one at 2. And then you have one in the evening. And then you got to get the Rob Lynn show in the later evening, you know? And by the time you're done all of it, yeah, you've spent at least 8 hours that day in webinars. And it's giving you no information, right? Like, that was Ash showing up for one of their little webinars to give his information. And as you saw, we didn't get much information at all, did we? Don't wait for ONPASSIVE to build your downline. Build it yourself. Hello, ONPASSIVE Review. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. Webinars all effing day. Yeah, all day long. You can find one. You just got to go and type in ONPASSIVE into their like OConnect area too. It's ridiculous what they're doing back there as well. Never mind the ones out here. If it's not going on out here, it's going on back there, right? Which they're all supposed to be doing all of their stuff with OConnect now. They should be able to. So if you do see them using Zoom or StreamYard or anything, make sure you call them out and say, why aren't you doing this on OConnect? Just because you can't, you know? Because they should be. But that's about all I have for you guys today. I thought we would hear what Ash had to say, hear the broken promises that he was going to make everyone by Christmas time, check up with their information about the payment processors, and I guess his creative solution is that he's going to make one that he can then sell to all of you. Yay! And oh yeah, and the trivia every night. That's right. Can't do that. Yep. They're like AA meetings, but more frequent. And you actually get more addicted to something instead of getting help. You know? And yeah, I guess look out for these new products that are coming over the next 3 weeks. You know? Because there's allegedly going to be new products. I don't know what ones. I mean, I'm still technically waiting for like the O Media to drop. Do you think maybe that's the one he has done, since they're releasing fake AI Ash videos? I don't know what to call it. Everyone have a great day, and hopefully everyone can get out of ONPASSIVE. Hopefully that's what we do here. The main thing is that you got to just keep on speaking out about it. People will still be joining it, but you got to keep speaking out about it. We're used to it over here. We talk about all kinds of MLMs that have millions of members in it every single day. So, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy MLM Monday to all of you. Make sure that you check out all of the other anti-MLM creators out there. I know that most are doing MLM Mondays. And yeah, I plan on going live about this company almost every single Monday. I think next Monday I might have to release a video on something else that's MLM related, but stay tuned because I am, of course, going to be giving you updates on this. And as always, I think that we should see ourselves out with the theme song, because I know that you guys get mad at me if I don't play it at the end. So no matter where you are, what you're doing, have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll see you all very, very soon with another one. Mwah. Bye! And remember, this thing is a scam.